channel. My name is Monica, but you can call me Momo, and today I'm working on a new book that I just bought. The name, as you can see, is Cutie Darlings by Darius Sorry, if that's how you pronounce her last name, and it comes with some beautiful portrait illustrations in grayscale, perfect for any time of the year. I noticed recently that I'm really enjoying coloring portraits, and grayscale ones are just perfect for me because I don't need to worry that much in my shading because I have some help in the illustration itself, and I can relax just putting down some color and having a good time. Today I'll be coloring this page, and I'm gonna be experimenting with a new color combination that I found for her skin. And I know that it's no longer remade, but as soon as I got the book, this illustration was really calling me. I think it's really summery, and summer is about to finish. So I just went for it and started with the base using alcohol markers. I used the Arctic's pastel set, the Ordo set, and I went really pastel with the base. But as I start coloring, because I already know me, all the colors will be more vibrant, and I hope to make everything colorful but cohesive at the same time. These are the colors that I'll be trying, and my plan is to make a tanned look in her skin because she's maybe a Caribbean mermaid and she's always exposed to the sun. And yeah, that's the whole idea. I'll be showing you the colors that I'll use just in case you want to try this combination. So first is Beige PC 997, Peach PC 939, Nectar PC 1092, Blush Pink PC 928, Henna PC 1031, Burn Ochre PC 943, and Dark Brown PC 946, and I'm using as well a little bit, but I'm using it white PC 938. I'm going to start with one of the lightest shades that I prepared, if I can find a place for the little paper to stay. I had a hard time with those papers. I'm so new recording. Well, anyways, I'll be using peach just to start mapping my shading and locating my highlights. Because I've never used this color combination before, I didn't want to go so dark, and I wanted to see how the colors behave with each other. So coloring with this medium light shade helped me to just keep the highlights intact. That's why this video is not a tutorial, it's just me experimenting because that's what I do all the time when I approach a page. And with this new series, I'll be sharing my coloring process, any random page that I have as a whip, or a new page that I want to start, experimenting with new color combinations or mediums, and all sort of things that I do or I go through while I'm coloring or working on something. And I'm gonna call it Momo's Coloring Diaries. When I started coloring, I noticed those little scales that she has on her cheek, so I went to look for the colors I thought I might be using in her tail to match. And once I had the colors, I kept going with the base to finish it, trying to maintain the shaded near the zone where these scales are. And it really didn't matter that the alcohol base was completely different than the colors that I was planning to use because Prismacolors are opaque enough to cover the base, and it actually worked really well. When I use the color henna, I really use a light pressure because it's a really dark color, and with all the three colors that I've been using, I use the same pressure so I can apply more layers to build the look that I was going for. And I use henna just in the parts I felt were more reddish on the face, like where we have more concentration of blood, if I can say, and as a transition color to my shadows as well. Once I had the base with all the colors that I wanted to be on her face, I used nectar to blend all the darkest colors together. And if I didn't want it to go so dark with my medium shade, my second medium shade that it was nectar, I used peach to blend the rest to transition to the highlight point. When I had everything already burnished and blended, I noticed that she wasn't that tanned as I was planning, so I went with another layer of burnt ochre, but just a little bit with the same light pressure to just cover a little more the darkest points of the face, and I kept blending it with beige so it doesn't look too harsh. At this point, I just kept adding layers where I lost shadows or where the skin is not that sort of orange as I wanted, playing with the burnt ochre and the dark brown as final touches, and on top of them to blend the parts that kept the texture of the pencil because the layer behind is already burnished. Some of the texture of the pencil will show, you will notice, and if you don't like that, you can grab your beige color to blend them with the colors behind, but just keep in mind to do it with a really light pressure or the colors will come off and you will be in a cycle of adding and taking the color that you just apply again and again. So it depends on your pressure. I might recommend you to use a medium pressure and try not to blend all the zone that you just apply, just on the edges to transition to the other colors. And at the end, as a final touch, I use blush pink as for the blush. Duh. And because everything is already burnished, is not showing as intense as the color is. So make sure that you already burnish everything good. So it will be a subtle touch of blush pink. I'm using a little bit of white on the highlights with just a light pressure because I don't want it to be too shiny, to make the skin look healthier. And as well, I'm using this cloud blue color on the edges because I imagine that she's surrounded by water, so I want that reflection of the water showing on her skin. So this is how she's looking at the moment. I just finished the face, and now I'm gonna continue with the rest of the body, but I'm gonna use the same steps that I've been using. So it's more of the same, just trying to figure it out how to use the color combination again. And let's see how it works. Well, this is what I got so far, the complete look of her skin. I really like the color combination and I think I will save it to try it again. And for a first try, I think it came out nicely. I think she's looking cute and I can't wait to color the rest. I'm still thinking what to do with the background, but definitely I don't want to keep it white. I'm planning to color her tail with the colors I show you before, but I want to make it shiny, so I might use some of my Paul Rubens watercolors to make it more shiny and colorful. Well, this is everything I have for you today. Don't forget to subscribe and giving me a like if you like the video. I always love to read your comments, so they really help me to keep doing videos. Let me know if you like this color combination, if you would like to use it, if you have any requests for the channel, what would you like to see me coloring next, and let me know as well if you like the new series idea. Thank you for watching, take care, and bye bye.